Hi, thank you. My name is Ben, and I'm from Weploy, and we're all the way from Australia. What we do is actually really simple, I think. We help businesses be more agile with giving them direct access to pre-vetted staff. What does this mean? Well, customers can log onto the platform, and the jobs that they post, they'll be automatically matched to temporary staff based on the capability and the skills. And that only saves the hiring manager a lot of time, but also gives consistent quality. Now that's a lot of words, but I'll sort of talk you through a real-world example of one of our customers, and it's Kathy Summers from Lonely Planet. So Kathy was coming into work one day, about a year ago now, and she got a phone call, and it was from a receptionist who called in sick, so not able to come in today. So Kathy knew what would normally have to happen next. It's a pretty tried and tired old process. Call some recruiters, get some CVs, and she knew at best she might get someone in the office for around midday. And before that, she'd have to find one of our customer service team to fill the front desk right there. Luckily for Kathy, she had been introduced to Weploy. And so instead of going through that process, decided to log onto the platform and try us. So this is what it looks like from Kathy's perspective. Once she's logged in, she puts some details around the job, the start date, start time, dress code, location, and we tried to keep this form as intuitive as possible. From there, she puts down the specific role that she wants, in this case, it's reception, and adds in any details about the job that is specific. From there, it goes to the checkout page where the pricing is very transparent, and once she goes through that process, it pings out to all the available Weployees that are matched to that skill. It's simply, they can view that job, see where it is, it's also location-based. From there, it's a simple slide and click to accept it. So what did this mean for Kathy? Well, she got the call at 7:30 a.m. on the train in the morning. By 7:31, she was able to post that job, and just 33 seconds later, that job was filled. And so what it meant, when Kathy got in the morning at 9:04, Audrey was sitting at reception, and this is a natural picture of Audrey at reception at Lonely Planet. And we're able to provide this consistent quality at that speed due to the vetting process. So each Weployee has to go through this process in order to be accepted onto the platform, and that's how we automatically match those jobs. And this is a direct quote from Kathy. She'll never use an agency for these types of jobs again, and that holds true to this day. Looking at attraction, we've been in market for around 12 months now. We've gone from 5 to 26 employees. We've seen double-digit growth month on month. And at about the 12th month, we managed to break through the $1 million revenue barrier. We are a marketplace from the supply side. We find that jobs are on average being filled in about 11 seconds. We have over 1,000 Weployees active on the platform with an average star rating of 4.87. And really that sort of shows by the sort of companies that are already adopting us. So we're in Sydney and Melbourne right now, but we've got a wide range of companies from both large and small, startup to big professional services, and we've seen a big variety of verticals adopting us as well. Anywhere that sort of has a project-based work, I get also for that tactical reactive need as well. So thank you very much. My name's Ben, and I hope you can join us in building a more empowered and fearless future of work.
How do you charge, and what's your charge rate?
So we charge as a margin on the hour, so it's 22% on hourly fee.
Can you talk some more about the quality control mechanism? And what kind of, I assume there must be some sort of a feedback mechanism, but how's that work?
Yeah, so we go through, we've tried to, and I think that's where sort of like the difficulty to come in and compete with us is the ability to scale that vetting process. So we've automated a lot of it. So we use a gamified process to understand, there's 6 main categories, but we really look at learning agility, which is the ability to pick up complex information and then use that information. We look at customer orientation, and we look at action orientation as well. Also within that sort of emotional intelligence. So we get a report off that, then we're able then to have a face-to-face interview where we sort of double-check a few things with sort of an objective interview process. That sort of takes about half an hour. And from when they pass through that, they go through a final police check. For some customers, we have to do a bankruptcy check as well, and then they go into the platform.
How long is the average gig? How's it work? Is this like you hire me for a day, or you hire me for 3 months?
The minimum you can hire is 4 hours. The maximum 9 months plus. There is a little bit of thing. We're coming to that point where we have to think, are we going to bring them on as independent contractors working for Weploy? Right now, they're employed by Weploy. That means it's very simple. We're fully compliant. We pay the superannuation, all those sort of things. So the employer doesn't have to worry about that. But I really couldn't say the average. We have 4-hour jobs. So HotDoc, one of the startups, they use us like 4 hours every week to do all the data stuff they want to get done. And then we have companies like Vic Super, which is superannuation, who We have ongoing 6 months, 3 months projects, that sort of thing.
Thanks. Do you see specific industries where you actually have an advantage today?
Any company, industries is a difficult one. We've seen a lot of customers in professional services and financial services, but really any company that works either in a project-based manner, that works because they can scale up and down their sort of support staff with that. But as we're looking right now, we're starting to see traction in sort of professional services and financial services is what I'd say.
Yeah, just from the company side, what are the challenges basically to onboard them basically?
Yeah, the big one is that we don't provide CVs. So there is a lack of choice that is quite difficult for some people to understand. What we do find is that once they've used us once and they get the quality, and also actually the second time is when they really get it, and that's when they start ramping up usage. But one of the things we do know is that all the research shows that if you're not actually trained in interviewing process, you've got about a 50-50 chance of knowing if that person's going to be actually successful in that role. So the main challenge for us is actually proving that we can deliver. We've got various mechanisms in order to do that, but the companies that have brought on use us regularly and referring us, which is a really nice area.
Okay, thank you very much to Weploy. Thank you, Ben. Good job.